How's it going, everybody? Hope you're having a great day. I know I am. Coming at you from a new house in a new place. We moved here recently, so we're completely in a new state. And I got some new parts for the Shelby, but same old Shelby though. Torn down just a little bit right now. Still looking amazing as always. So if you notice what's missing right now. Oh, light's not on. Let me click that on. So the throttle body's missing, the elbow's missing, and the cold air intake. Now, I'm gonna use the same cold air intake, but I've got a new throttle body from VMP. It's a 67 or twin 67 millimeter. And I also got the high flow elbow because I want to see what this Eaton will do. I've talked about that in my recent videos, or my past videos, I mean. I want to see what this Eaton is capable of before I swap it to a VMP supercharger or Whipple, whatever I decide to do at the time. But so let's open this box up. I have not looked at the throttle body yet, or anything yet, as a matter of fact. Here is the old, flip this light on so we can see a little bit. So here is the old elbow. Here is the old throttle body, which is a 60 millimeter, twin 60. So let's get this bad boy open, see what we can see. So see what we've got here. This is the elbow. Let's pull this out and see just how much bigger. Whoa. Wow. I don't know if you can tell the difference in size. Let's see if I can. Let me see how I'm gonna do this exactly. Put it on the old throttle body. I think it's really hard to tell to tell the difference, but in person you can definitely tell that it is bigger. Wow. I mean, the inside, you can absolutely tell the inside is bigger. That is crazy. That is crazy. Let's see. Can you see it? I think you can kind of tell. It is really hard to tell, but in person you can see it pretty easily. That is sweet. But anyway, so gonna get this throttle body undone here so we can see this bad boy, because these are real pretty. And in the future, if I decide to go with a just a Trinity off of like a 13-14 5/8, then this elbow will also work on that, I believe. Not quite sure about that, but I think so. Here it is. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Look at that. She's a beaut. I'll get this flipped around here. Oh yeah, now we're talking. That is gonna flow so much better, and it's super pretty. I like it. I like how good it looks. Size comparison. Wow. I mean, wow. I don't have a whole lot to say about that other than wow. My goodness, just look at those butterfly valves. That is something. Okay, so anyways, I'm gonna pull the rest of this out of the box, make sure I've got everything I need, and I'm gonna be good to go. So give me just a sec. So now that I've got my gaskets moved over, everything should be ready to bolt on. I do plan on porting the supercharger eventually. Like I said, I want to see what this Eaton will do, and I thought getting the elbow would work pretty well because you can stuff it on there and then mark out what is not ported, or I mean what needs to be ported or could use a porting. And so I figured go ahead and get this and mark it out. That way when I go to port it, I can just match it to the elbow and make it work like that. But for now, this will work. And later on, we'll get to it and we'll get in there, do the nitty gritty and have some fun with it. And I'll probably do videos of that just because I think it's pretty interesting. And I don't know, if you guys ever wanted to port yours before going with a bigger supercharger or whatever, maybe you'll like that. But I'm gonna start putting this on, and it all goes on pretty simple. One thing I really like about this VMP elbow is that the bottom holes for the bolts are slots. And so, like I just did, you can kind of get it in place. Well, if that ground will move a little bit. Kind of get it in place like that, and then it just slides down on the bolts. And then you can just get under there with your Allen or, your wrench or your socket, whichever fits, and get to it. Let me get the bolts in this guy, and we'll put the throttle body on. So one thing I had not noticed is the difference in those. See, the end is flared, and there's no flare in this one because it slides on. It's got rubber, and it slides on, makes a good seal over that, and then clips on that. So unfortunately, we are going to have to cut these off because they will not fit in the lines. So I'm going to zip those off real quick. We'll get this thing back on the car, and we'll start putting the throttle body on. Well, there it is. Looking good. Looks real good. Everything fits very well. I mean, you know, it is made for this car. So naturally, but now I can plug everything back in. Make sure you slide the little red tab up. Get this side over here. Let's flip it upside down. Or backwards, here it is. Get this side. Slide the little red tab in so it doesn't come off. Nice little safety from Ford. And now we'll just throw the, let's get around here and look at that. Oh yeah, it looks good. Now we'll just throw the cold air intake on it. And right now I've only got an Airraid. And I'll be going to the JLT pretty soon, the big air kit. And then we're ready to load the tune and fire it up. All right, check it out. It's done, it's in. I need a new filter, I know. It is clean though, it's old. Needs some new oil. Look at that. You see that shine off of there? Whew, whew, that's nice. Anyway, so now let's hop in the car. Let's get this bad boy tuned, and we'll take it for a drive. All right, so now that we are in the car, we'll go to Program Vehicle. Continue. It says turn the ignition key on. It's on. And then we got it from VMP just here recently. 93 since we're in the great state of South Carolina. Say okay. Now it's going to prepare it. Then it's going to start loading it up. And after it loads up. Oh, hang on. I forgot how this works. It's been a while since I've had to do it. Now it's going to get everything going, and once it's loaded up, we'll be right back. Okay, now that it is completely tuned, let's go ahead and start her up. That throttle body a little bit. Woohoo! Looks good. just for a minute, and once my wife gets home, we'll take her out and see how it feels and kind of give you a butt dyno feel of it, and then maybe one of these days we'll slap her on the dyno and see what it's like. So here we are on our first drive. Just low end, I can tell you that it is very responsive, just kind of snappy, but is being the twin, its drivability is really nice. When you start going with the monoblades, the big monoblades, the drivability is not as good because it's just, you crack the throttle and it's letting all the air in all at once. But let's give her a little test and see what she does. Give a second so we don't disobey the law. Wow, that was like instant. She's like I said, snappy is the best way I can say that. Yeah, she's running good. All right, let's go get some gas. Let's give it a test hit about 3,000, second gear. Oh yeah. That is a huge difference. Now, this car is pulley and tuned, so it needed the extra air. It's running about 14 pounds of boost. It has a 2.5 VMP pulley on it, and catless xpipe and all that good stuff. So she's making some mojo, and now it wants to go. But that is such a huge difference. Now, I thought about doing just throttle body, and then once I took a test hit of that, maybe do some timing and then put the other elbow on it, the ported elbow. But I think I went the right way, just straight up threw them both on, and when I decide to port that supercharger, this thing is going to absolutely scream. And that is one thing, you can hear just a little bit more whine coming out of that bigger port than you could before, which is pretty neat. I love it. And I think that's it for today, guys. Stay tuned if you want to see some acceleration, some befores and after. I have some from when this thing was just tune and exhaust, and then when it went pulley, tune, exhaust, and now we'll do one now, and we'll compare them all and see just how big of a difference it makes. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.